standing.
Yeah, I know.
That is just a fucking straight up face of a building.
Yep.
So I don't know where the hell she's standing. But then we just get her there, and it's like, yeah, we go, and Batman Returns is over.
Credits.
Yeah.
So this was a big step down from last week.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as ratings go, I'm going to give it 5 unlimited poontang out of 10. And the only reason why it gets 5 at all is I like the gang, I like the Red Triangle gang, I like the design of everybody. As unfortunately designed as he is as the Penguin, Danny DeVito is great. Max Schreck is great.
Yep.
Catwoman is great. And Bruce Wayne is great. Batman, like, everyone, designs aside, I mean, Batman's Batman, he's cool. And Catwoman is Catwoman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, they're all great. Like, the performances are great.
Absolutely.
Again, it doesn't need to be as needlessly, whimsically spoopy as it is, but that's when you give Tim Burton the keys to the castle, he's gonna do that.
Yes.
But as far as, like, actual just story and progression and act structure and all that stuff, it just falls apart quickly. There's so many plot holes, and I get it. The Batman had just as many, maybe, but
but it's not.
I think it just could be forgiven more. Yeah, because again, Burton was checked at every corner. Like, he was checked in the first one.
He was worked like a goddamn puppet in the first one, and they basically all but said that. And this one, they were just like, well, he made it, so therefore, this is where they fucked up. It's like, he made it, well, therefore he knows how to do it. Like, no, that's not how that works. With that being said, I'll give my rating. I also give it 5, just the pussies I was looking for, out of 10 as well. Just because it's not a bad movie.
It's not terrible.
It's not. It is entertaining enough until you get to the third act. And then it's bad. Like, not just...
Because the third act in Batman
is great.
Like, that whole church deal
is excellent.
Is great.
This one is awful and forced and unnecessary and worthless. And I personally dislike this film more so because even though I very much have pushed people into, like, let it go, it's not the comic book, there is a point where I even have to go, okay, now you're just fucking with me. And I look at it with this movie. Because this, to me, smacks of somebody seeing that one scene in the first film where Bruce Wayne is hanging from that thing upside down and sleeping. Like, get it? Because he's a bat. Whereas this fucking thing goes like, oh, I like that scene. That is the most important thing. Now we'll make all of idiotic. And this whole movie is straight up, it's a cat person. It's a penguin man. It's... No.
Hell, one of the bad guys calls him Mr. Man-Bat.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? And it's just, it's... That being said, though, like I said, like, I don't want to be too negative, even though I really don't like this movie all that much. There are so many things in it that are so fucking fantastic. The performances are incredible.
Saves it a bit.
Yeah.
Saves it from being unwatchable.
The performances are so fucking good. Like I said, like that, I mean, I barely ever noticed that, like, that scene, you know, where they're, of course, they're not making the thing. I heard that line 1,000 times in my head where, you know, she's like, does this mean we have to start fighting now? But I kind of tried to watch it with fresher eyes because I've been ripping on this movie for years without ever seeing it because I rarely watch this movie. That delivery she gives is fucking incredible. Yeah. And I never noticed it before, right? Again, I'm trying to see, and that's where I also heard, like, the poontang thing and the whole description of the Triangle Gang, which ruins the movie, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things I never saw, and I've seen this movie 1,000 times.
But there are things that save it.
But I will say that this was one of my first disappointments as a kid. Yeah. You know, because whenever you go see a movie as a kid, you know, it becomes your new favorite movie. That's just how fucking life works.
That's a funny thing. You might be an outlier there.
Oh, I know.
Most children aren't critical of anything. Most children are just like, yeah, Batman.
Ironically, there are 2 movies that were the first 2 times I went to a movie theater, and that was not my favorite movie. They're both fucking Tim Burton movies.
So maybe this is just deep-seated.
That might be why I'm not a big
I can,
Tim
like,
Burton
Sigmund
guy.
Freud you right now and go, isn't that as why you don't like a Tim Burton?
Could be. I won't say what the other film is, although I think you can figure it out, just timeline-wise, but When we get to that movie, because I know we'll cover it, that other Tim Burton movie was the first time I went to a movie theater, saw a movie, and didn't like it at all.
Internet's gonna hate you for that one.
I'm okay with that. I will fight.
So yeah, as far as MVPs go, I did write down on my paper.
I don't know. This
Max?
is hard. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because you always want to give it to Christopher Walken.
But you know what? Again, design aside, Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna go with Penguin because just when he's not being overly creepy, like when he's at best when he's Oswald Cobblepot.
Yes.
When he's putting on this persona of like I just want to be human and like his over the top delivery works as the character, and then when he switches on a dime. Like that whole opening scene.
Yeah.
When, you know, he's got like the stocking with Max's name on and he's reaching in for disembodied hands and fucking comically green.
Hi, Max, I'm your friend. I'm Frank's
hand. Like, Danny DeVito is, I would say, criminally underrated. Because
I don't think so. I think people love this. Well, I mean,
just
in
that
general,
he can be typecast.
Yes. In general,
because
absolutely.
of his size.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he can only do so many things.
I always love Danny DeVito. I think he's fantastic. I mean, if you want to see a movie we'll get to, like, throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah. But he steals every scene he's in
He
this
does.
film.
However, I will actually disagree with you because actually the same thing. I've changed my mind as we've gone through, as I've been talking about it, because I also had Christopher Walken, because it's fucking Christopher Walken. I'm actually giving it to Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
I talked myself into it whilst discussing a lot of the things she does.
Like, mainly the strength of that.
True. But on top of that, it's also because of what I said. She's given some of the stupidest shit to say.
And she
makes it
tries
work
to sell it
every
as best as
time.
she can.
And I really dig an actor who can do that. And
kind of why I picked Danny DeVito.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, now you have to eat a fish like you're a penguin.
Yeah.
So he'll go for it.
And he does it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean... It is proof of what they said, basically, that Tim Burton doesn't care about the hero, he only cares about the villains. And that's true. He gave the villains everything. Good or bad. He gave them everything.
Just like the first one.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, you know, in a sense of where you picked Danny DeVito, I picked Michelle Pfeiffer, it's proof is in the pudding. They are the two strongest characters in this film.
I mean, it helps that they're two very, very good actors.
Well, that's the other thing. It's just like, you know, as much as we both love fucking Christopher Walken, he's Christopher Walken. Like, he cannot escape that, whereas these two...
Except for maybe, like, Deer Hunter.
Yeah, true. But I would say, like, these two actors are close to being character actors, except they're not. Because they don't become someone else. But Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito, in the past of films that they've done, have really lost themselves into roles. So, yeah, that's pretty much why they were able to make this work. Yeah. So, yeah, I would definitely give it to either one of them.
So we will continue now. We are
we're back. We're back. We're not going to skip for any length of time that we're aware of.
And well, I guess...
shit can happen.
And now because of life getting in the way, Batman month has extended into September.
Yeah.
Because we do have to finish these movies off.
Yes, and we will pick just randomly, if in case you're keeping score, we'll pick 2 random films in the end of September, and we'll be done with it. And go into Halloween.
So now we go into the colorful world...
The Schumacher-verse.
Of the back half of the 4 Batman movies. By going way back to June 16th, 1995, to look at Batman Forever.
Yes.
And we are probably going to be, full disclosure, all of these Batman shows are going to be long.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've already done the notes for Batman Forever, and they're just as long as this. So I apologize. But there's a lot of great stuff next week. There was a lot of great stuff this week. There's a lot of great stuff next week. I can't fucking shorten it. I tried. But it can't be done.
So we are going to get out of here for another week of Batman goodness. I guess we'll be back. Same bad time, same bad channel next week. You were Steve.
You were Justin.
And we're way back and gone.
Unlimited poontang.